Hello, graceful Libra. Today, July 21st, 2026, carries a quiet rhythm that encourages you to notice where balance has been gently returning to your life. You may find yourself craving a little more space than usual, and instead of resisting that feeling, allow it to become an invitation to reconnect with your own thoughts. Sometimes clarity arrives not through constant movement, but through the calm moments when your heart and mind begin speaking the same language. As you reflect on the path that has brought you here, recognize how even your smallest choices have slowly strengthened your confidence in ways you may not have fully appreciated. There is something comforting about today's atmosphere, as though a peaceful breeze is helping unsettled emotions find their proper place. Give yourself permission to pause and acknowledge the quiet progress you've made, even if it hasn't always been obvious from the outside. Every thoughtful step has been preparing you for the next stage, and this gentle pace is not holding you back. It is helping you build something that can truly last. Trust that honoring your own rhythm today will make future decisions feel lighter and far more certain. Your relationships also deserve a thoughtful look, whether they involve family, close friends, professional partnerships, or someone special. Instead of asking who demands your attention, consider which connections create a genuine sense of mutual respect and emotional balance. You don't have to commit to every invitation or opportunity simply because it appears. Allow time to reveal which people naturally support your growth and which relationships leave room for both individuals to thrive together. The energy surrounding this day suggests meaningful progress unfolding quietly rather than all at once. Efforts you continued making behind the scenes are beginning to position you for well-earned recognition, even if the results have not fully appeared yet. Recent disappointments may gradually reveal themselves as valuable lessons that redirected you toward healthier choices. Continue moving with patience, because lasting progress often grows from consistency instead of urgency. As your perspective becomes clearer, today's moments of reflection can transform into a renewed sense of purpose. The changes beginning to take shape may feel subtle at first, yet they carry the potential to reshape your path in meaningful ways. When you honor your own timing instead of comparing yourself with others, opportunities seem to arrive with greater ease. Inner harmony has a remarkable way of extending outward, influencing every decision that follows. As always, remember that this reading reflects general symbolic themes rather than fixed outcomes. Keep what genuinely resonates with your own experience and allow anything that does not feel relevant to simply pass by. Every person is living a different chapter, and your intuition remains your most trustworthy guide. You are still the one making the choices that shape your future. In the moments ahead, we'll explore how these energies may influence your relationships, career, finances, health, and family life. Before we move forward, if this reading brings you a sense of clarity or encouragement, your support through a simple like helps these messages continue reaching others who may need them as well. Today's symbolic number is 21, a gentle reminder of transitions, perspective, and the beginning of a new emotional chapter. Let it encourage you to stay aware of meaningful opportunities that appear throughout your day. Your symbolic color is sage green, representing balance, renewal, and steady personal growth. Whether you wear it or simply keep its calming presence in mind, let it remind you that real abundance often begins with inner harmony. You have devoted so much energy to creating a life that feels authentic, and the dedication has already brought moments worth celebrating. At the same time, this season invites you to be more selective about the environments you allow yourself to grow within. Not every situation deserves your emotional investment, and recognizing the truth is part of your evolution. As you resolve lingering tensions with wisdom instead of impulse, you'll discover that several personal goals are beginning to move forward more naturally than before. One of your greatest strengths is your willingness to keep learning, adjusting, and seeking harmony, even when circumstances become complicated. Let every emotion become useful information rather than something to resist. You already possess the qualities needed to move toward the future you envision. What matters now is choosing the next step with quiet confidence instead of hesitation. The symbolic energies surrounding today suggest a meaningful period of personal growth, thoughtful decisions, and relationships that invite greater understanding. Rather than pushing forward through force, you may find that your greatest opportunities emerge through collaboration, honest conversations, and balanced choices. New possibilities are beginning to appear, asking only that you remain open enough to recognize them. The Ace of Swords arrives as a symbol of clarity and honest perception. It encourages you to release situations that have quietly drained your energy while making space for connections that feel more genuine and reciprocal. Conversations that once seemed difficult may now reveal important truths, allowing uncertainty to dissolve naturally. As the path becomes clearer, you'll find yourself making decisions with greater peace instead of pressure. The Fool reminds you that every meaningful beginning starts with trust rather than certainty. A fresh project, a creative idea, a promising opportunity, or even an unexpected journey could gently invite you beyond familiar routines. Growth doesn't always ask you to leap into the unknown. It sometimes begins by taking one thoughtful step beyond what feels comfortable. Stay open to experiences that broaden your perspective and encourage new possibilities. The Empress reflects the calm confidence others recognize in you. Your ability to create harmony, remain thoughtful under pressure, and bring people together leaves a lasting impression. Someone may quietly admire the grace with which you navigate challenges and the genuine warmth you bring into shared spaces. Without trying to command attention, you naturally inspire trust, and that quiet presence becomes one of your greatest strengths as this new chapter continues to unfold. The Empress reflects the quiet strength that has been growing within you. She speaks of your ability to create beauty, restore harmony, and offer steady support without losing yourself in the process. Others may notice a calm confidence about you that feels both welcoming and quietly inspiring, making your presence memorable even when you are not trying to stand out. This card reminds you that abundance is not measured only by material success, but also by the richness of your relationships, your creativity, and the peace you have been learning to cultivate from within. As this energy unfolds, you may find that people naturally respond to your sincerity and thoughtful nature. Someone could admire the way you handle life's challenges with grace, seeing qualities in you that they struggle to find within themselves. Let this quiet confidence guide your interactions instead of seeking validation from others. When you remain grounded in your own values, your authentic presence becomes your greatest source of attraction. The moon introduces a more subtle and reflective atmosphere. Not every feeling surrounding you has been spoken aloud, and someone may still be gathering the courage to express what has remained hidden. Whether through small gestures, unexpected messages, or quiet attention from a distance, you may begin noticing signs that someone has been thinking about you more deeply than you realized. Rather than rushing to interpret every signal, allow time and honest conversation to reveal what is genuine. This card also encourages you to look inward with compassion. Sometimes uncertainty exists not because the answers are missing, but because emotions need room to settle before they can be understood clearly. As hidden truths gradually come into the light, you will be in a better position to decide which connections deserve your energy and which are best released with kindness. Healthy boundaries are not walls, they are expressions of self-respect that create space for relationships built on trust and mutual understanding. Judgment arrives as a symbol of renewal, inviting you to see your recent experiences from a broader perspective. Rather than suggesting that everything changes overnight, this card points toward a gradual awakening in which lessons from the past begin shaping wiser decisions for the future. Long-held dreams, personal goals, or meaningful projects may start showing signs of movement after a period of waiting. It is less about chasing transformation and more about recognizing that the right moment to move forward is quietly approaching. You may feel inspired to revisit ambitions that once seemed distant or set aside because life demanded your attention elsewhere. The opportunities appearing now are likely to reward thoughtful preparation rather than impulsive action. If something within you has been waiting for permission to begin again, consider this a gentle reminder that progress often starts with one intentional choice. Every balanced decision you make today becomes part of the foundation for tomorrow. Your well-being also deserves sincere attention. If you've been postponing healthy routines or delaying appointments because life became busy, this is an excellent opportunity to reconnect with habits that support your long-term health. Even simple actions, like scheduling a routine checkup or returning to consistent self-care, can restore a reassuring sense of stability. Lasting wellness develops through small choices repeated over time, not through sudden perfection. As you become more attentive to your physical and emotional needs, you'll likely notice a growing sense of ease. Knowing that you are caring for yourself with intention creates confidence that extends into every other area of life. The goal is not to do everything at once, but to create steady habits that allow you to feel more balanced and supported each day. Professionally, this period encourages you to look beyond routines that may have quietly limited your growth. If recent months have felt slower than expected, consider whether they have also been preparing you with experience, perspective, and patience. New conversations, collaborative projects, or unexpected opportunities could begin opening doors that previously seemed out of reach. Remain curious about possibilities that align with your values, rather than pursuing change simply for the sake of movement. If you're searching for work, your greatest strengths may lie in your ability to communicate thoughtfully, demonstrate sound judgment, and approach responsibilities with maturity. Employers often value reliability and emotional intelligence as much as technical skills, and these qualities are likely to distinguish you. Present your experience with quiet confidence, allowing your consistency and professionalism to speak for themselves during interviews. Financially, this season favors thoughtful planning over impulsive decisions. You may begin recognizing opportunities that support both stability and future growth, particularly those that reflect your genuine interests and long-term priorities. Trust your intuition when evaluating new possibilities, but allow careful consideration to guide your choices. A balanced approach to resources now can create greater freedom later. Someone may also recognize talents you've underestimated in yourself, leading to opportunities that expand your professional or financial path. Be willing to release habits, commitments, or obligations that no longer contribute to the life you are building. As unnecessary burdens fall away, your vision becomes clearer, making it easier to focus your energy where it truly matters. Patience remains one of your greatest allies throughout this process. Circumstances that once appeared unmoving may begin shifting in subtle but meaningful ways, gradually strengthening both your confidence and your sense of security. Continue investing in the future you want to create, trusting that lasting success is built through thoughtful decisions, meaningful relationships, and a willingness to grow at your own natural pace. Your ability to create meaningful change becomes even stronger when your attention is centered on one purpose instead of being pulled in too many directions. Rather than chasing every possibility that appears, choose the goal that feels most aligned with your values and allow your energy to gather there with intention. When your focus becomes clear, your decisions naturally become lighter, and you begin recognizing opportunities that may have been hidden by distraction before. Spend a few quiet moments imagining the future you genuinely hope to build, then support that vision with consistent, practical action. Progress often begins long before visible results appear, and every thoughtful step, no matter how small it seems today, strengthens your confidence and prepares you for the opportunities waiting further down the path. Creative ideas, collaborative projects, or interests you've been quietly developing may begin revealing unexpected potential in the weeks ahead. Something that once felt like a simple passion or personal curiosity could gradually evolve into a rewarding opportunity if you continue giving it patient, steady attention. This period is less about dramatic financial breakthroughs and more about creating healthier foundations that support long-term stability and lasting confidence. Trust that sustainable abundance is often built through many thoughtful choices rather than one extraordinary event. Stay receptive to conversations, introductions, or partnerships that seem to arrive naturally, because meaningful opportunities often emerge through genuine human connections, shared values, and well-timed collaboration rather than chance alone. When it comes to love, the greatest gift you can offer your relationship is simplicity. Instead of giving unnecessary worries more attention than they deserve, focus on the everyday moments that strengthen trust, affection, and emotional closeness. The quiet routines you share often become the strongest threads holding a relationship together, even if they seem ordinary at first. Life may temporarily become busier for both of you, making it more challenging to find uninterrupted time together, but that does not diminish the value of your connection. With a little flexibility, honest communication, and mutual understanding, even small shared moments can deepen the bond you continue building together and remind both of you why you chose one another in the first place. Responsibilities may require adjustments, especially if your daily routines or professional lives move in different directions. Rather than seeing these differences as obstacles, consider them opportunities to practice patience, cooperation, and greater appreciation for one another's individual journeys. A willingness for both sides to make small compromises can restore the balance that both of you naturally seek without either person feeling unheard or overlooked. Relationships often become stronger not because life becomes easier, but because two people continue choosing one another despite changing circumstances. The ability to adapt together can become one of the quiet strengths that carries your relationship through every new season. If you've been worrying about situations that exist more in your imagination than in reality, today offers an opportunity to release some of that emotional weight. Give yourself permission to separate genuine concerns from assumptions that have quietly grown larger over time. Sometimes, the stories we tell ourselves create more anxiety than the facts themselves, making clarity seem farther away than it really is. Honest reflection can help you understand what your heart is truly asking for, without allowing fear to speak louder than your intuition. Clarity usually arrives when you stop trying to force immediate answers and instead allow your emotions enough space to settle naturally. For those who are single, your feelings may seem more layered than usual. Part of you may be drawn toward building something meaningful with someone new, while another part still values the freedom and independence you've carefully created. Both desires are valid, and neither needs to be rushed or dismissed. There is no need to pressure yourself into making a decision before your heart feels genuinely ready. Taking time to understand your own desires, emotional patterns, and expectations will ultimately lead to healthier relationships built on authenticity rather than uncertainty. The relationship you create with yourself now becomes the foundation for every meaningful connection that follows. Family life carries a warm and reassuring energy today. Shared conversations, familiar traditions, or simple moments spent together have the potential to strengthen bonds that may have felt quieter in recent weeks. Even a shared meal, an unexpected laugh, or a thoughtful conversation can remind everyone of the comfort that comes from simply being present with one another. Your calm presence helps create an atmosphere where others feel comfortable opening their hearts, making this a meaningful time to reconnect with those who matter most. Sometimes healing begins through ordinary conversations that remind everyone they are deeply valued without requiring grand gestures. You may also find yourself thinking about the kind of home, support system, or future you hope to build with the people you love. Children or younger relatives could bring unexpected moments of joy, encouraging everyone to slow down and appreciate life's simpler pleasures with fresh eyes. Their curiosity and honesty may even offer gentle reminders of perspectives that adults often overlook. Even long-standing misunderstandings may begin softening as new perspectives replace old assumptions. When compassion leads the conversation, unity often follows naturally, creating space for stronger trust and deeper emotional security. Rather than trying to direct every outcome, your greatest influence now comes through listening, encouraging, and creating space for cooperation. Whether you're discussing future plans, organizing family responsibilities, or simply spending quality time together, your willingness to seek balance strengthens the people around you. Others may feel more comfortable sharing their thoughts because they sense they will be heard without judgment. Lasting harmony rarely appears all at once. It grows through many small moments of understanding, forgiveness, and mutual respect shared over time. Overall, this period reminds you that the people closest to you can become an important source of strength as new chapters unfold. By releasing outdated expectations and remaining open to healthier patterns, you help create an environment where trust continues to grow naturally. Every meaningful relationship evolves over time, and allowing that evolution to happen without unnecessary pressure often creates stronger emotional foundations. The more you invest in genuine connection, the more naturally love, support, and security begin flowing through every area of your life. Your energy also feels lighter and more encouraging today, making this an excellent time to begin habits that support your long-term well-being. Whether you're starting a wellness routine, returning to a creative goal, or committing to a project that requires patience, your enthusiasm can become a powerful ally when guided with consistency. Rather than trying to change everything at once, allow your motivation to build through small victories that reinforce your confidence each day. Think beyond quick results and focus instead on the steady progress that creates lasting change. Because the routines you establish now can continue benefiting you long after today's inspiration has passed. One of your greatest strengths today is your ability to communicate with warmth, clarity, and diplomacy. Conversations are likely to flow more naturally, helping you express your ideas in ways that invite understanding rather than resistance. Your calm approach may encourage others to become more open and honest than they normally would. At the same time, remember that wisdom is found not only in speaking well, but also in knowing when someone simply needs to be heard. Before offering advice, pause long enough to understand whether the other person is seeking guidance or simply hoping to share their experience. Sometimes your quiet presence will have a greater impact than even the most carefully chosen words. Mercury's symbolic influence reminds us that communication is most meaningful when it creates connection instead of control. Your perspective has value, but allowing others the freedom to reach their own conclusions often strengthens relationships more than having the perfect answer. True dialogue grows from curiosity, empathy, and a willingness to understand another person's point of view, even when it differs from your own. By balancing thoughtful expression with genuine listening, you create the kind of conversations that leave everyone feeling respected, understood, appreciated, and closer than before, allowing harmony to extend naturally into every area of your life. If you've recently experienced tension with someone, resist the temptation to settle everything immediately. Even when your intentions are sincere, both people may still need a little more time before a truly balanced conversation can take place. Emotions have their own rhythm, and trying to resolve everything while feelings are still unsettled can sometimes create more distance instead of understanding. Some misunderstandings become much easier to resolve once emotions have settled and each person has had space to reflect on what truly matters. Trust that the right words often arrive naturally when the right moment arrives as well. And remember that patience can sometimes express more care than urgency ever could. For those who are studying or developing new skills, this is a gentle reminder not to let routine consume all of your energy. Your dedication is admirable, but your mind also needs moments of renewal to remain creative and focused. Learning isn't measured only by the hours you spend working. It is also shaped by the quality of your attention and your ability to absorb new ideas with a refreshed perspective. Stepping away for a short walk, exploring a hobby, spending time in nature, or simply allowing yourself time to rest can restore your motivation far more effectively than pushing through exhaustion. Balance is not a distraction from success. It is one of the reasons success becomes sustainable. Allowing your curiosity and creativity to remain alive for the long journey ahead, you've already built a stronger foundation than you may realize. So there is no need to doubt your progress simply because the results haven't appeared as quickly as you hoped. Every lesson you've learned, every challenge you've worked through, and every small improvement has quietly strengthened your ability to move forward with greater wisdom. Continue organizing your time with care. Give yourself permission to recharge when needed, and trust that steady effort will continue carrying you forward. Small, consistent improvements often create the greatest long-term results because they become lasting habits instead of temporary bursts of motivation. Today's symbolic compatibility highlights a few connections that may feel especially supportive. With Virgo, conversations have the potential to become surprisingly productive, making it easier to solve practical concerns or finally gain clarity on questions that have lingered for some time. Virgo's thoughtful and grounded perspective can complement your natural desire for harmony, helping both of you approach situations with patience rather than pressure. Whether in friendship, family, romance, or work, Cooperation comes more naturally when both people approach one another with mutual respect and a genuine willingness to listen. With Sagittarius, you may find yourself inspired by a shared sense of possibility and optimism. Their perspective can encourage you to step beyond familiar routines without feeling pressured, reminding you that growth often begins when curiosity replaces hesitation. Together, you may discover opportunities, ideas, or experiences that broaden your outlook and leave both of you feeling more hopeful about what lies ahead. There is a refreshing quality to this connection that encourages confidence without sacrificing your need for thoughtful decision-making. With Scorpio, deeper conversations are especially favored. If there is an important topic that has remained unspoken or a misunderstanding that deserves thoughtful attention, this energy supports honest dialogue, grounded in respect rather than defensiveness. Scorpio's willingness to explore emotional depth may encourage you to express feelings you've been quietly processing, while your balanced perspective can help keep the conversation constructive. Listening with as much care as you speak can transform uncertainty into greater understanding and strengthen trust in ways that surface-level conversations rarely achieve. As always, remember that compatibility is best viewed as a symbolic reflection of today's themes rather than a fixed prediction. Every relationship is shaped by the choices, communication, and mutual effort shared between two people, regardless of zodiac signs. Let these insights serve as gentle invitations to observe where harmony naturally wants to grow and where greater understanding might be waiting for a little more patience. The most meaningful connections are built over time through consistency, compassion, and the willingness to meet one another with openness. Libra, thank you for sharing this quiet moment with me. Every reading becomes more meaningful because of the thoughtful community that gathers here, and I truly appreciate you being part of it. Knowing that these reflections accompany you through different seasons of life is a privilege I never take for granted. If today's message brought you a sense of clarity, comfort, or encouragement, supporting the channel with a like helps these readings continue reaching others who may also be searching for a little guidance or reassurance along their own path. If you'd like to keep exploring these daily astrological reflections together, I'd love to have you back. You're always welcome to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future readings. Each new day offers a different perspective, and I look forward to continuing this journey of reflection, growth, and quiet discovery with you. Until next time, may your heart remain steady, your mind clear, and your path guided by balance, kindness, and quiet confidence. May each thoughtful choice you make today gently shape the opportunities that await tomorrow, reminding you that lasting growth often begins with the smallest acts of self-awareness. Wishing you peace, abundance, meaningful connections, and many moments that bring both clarity and joy. I'll see you again tomorrow.